Hey guys, this video, first of all, I just want to comment on the light behind me. I have it on so I can actually see myself in the camera because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and it's not light out yet, so I can't use my normal spot at my mom's. Which, by the way, I'm down at my mom's. I haven't done a video, I don't think, up in my new apartment yet. I've been up on my own for, sorry, me or cold. But, I've been on my own for about a few months. So I may have done a few videos, briefly, in my new apartment. Anyway, beside the point. This video, by the way, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my mom is in the bedroom sleeping, so that is why you hear the radio on and my mom snoring, because she sleeps with talk radio on. But anyway, beside the point again. And I'm trying to angle the camera so I don't blind everyone with the light behind me. But, including myself. But the whole point of this video, the main point of this video is, I'm in a few groups on Facebook, self-harm, suicide awareness, and all of that whole deal. And I've been noticing over the past few days, especially tonight, people are sharing their stories. Now, I know if you watch my YouTube channel, I've done a few, I think like maybe one or two, on different topics of points in my life. One I know I did on LGBT and my coming out. But this video is going to be just everything. It's mainly going to be for a few of my groups on Facebook. So, with that being said, all of you guys on my new Facebook page that I've had for probably about, I don't know, 3 to 4 months, ish, know me on Facebook as Scarlet Ray Rose. That is my new Facebook name. And a lot of you on Facebook know me also by my real name, depending on if you knew me before I made my new Facebook or not. But beside the point again. And just FYI, I ramble a lot, so sorry if I get off topic. But anyway, my story, well, where do I begin? I guess from the beginning, like, I can't tell you exact details about a lot of stuff that happened in my early childhood, because I think I blocked a lot of that out. However, I can tell you some things from pure memory and others from stories my family have told me about what happened back then. Um, I, from the time of I was like an infant, I was different. Like, my mom and grandma especially say, I would have tantrums, like way worse tantrums than any other baby, like 4, 5, 6, 7 months old. You know, 'cause I think they said it started around 4 or 5 months. But I literally start crying, 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 and cry my eyes out to the point of turning blue and literally passing out. And my pediatrician at the time, my mom said, and I remember a little bit as I got older about him. He was fairly older man, older doctor. Like, let's just say my mom and my mom's sisters, my aunts, had this doctor as kids. So you get the general idea of how old he was. But he was very, very old school because of how old he actually was. And he didn't believe in any of the, like, what we would say nowadays is what we would consider mental health or, like, any of the neurological, disorders or whatever. He didn't believe in any of that. He just basically would tell my mom, she'll grow out of it. It's normal. She'll grow out of it every time. I can remember very, 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 sketchy, I can remember. Like, one of my very first memories of this, I don't even know, I just know I was upset about something, I don't even know what. That's my mom's cat, by the way, randomly scratching at the bowl while he's drinking out of the water. But anyway, I can very, very vaguely, like very sketchily, remember being upset about something, like really badly upset, to the point of me passing out. And I had these, my mom called them breath holding spells, because I guess I would get upset to the point of I would hold my breath, turn blue, and literally pass out. And I had these spells for I think my mom said from the point of 3 or 4 months, I think, to a little over a year and a half or so, I think. Now, don't quote me on any of this from my early childhood, because I'm going on a lot of this. I am going on pure stories that my parents and my family members have told me. So I could be wrong about the ages. I seem to remember though my mom saying something about 4 months. So I think that's right. However, I'm not sure when that stopped. So do not quote me on any of this. But anyway, around shortly after, like maybe a few years passed or whatever, and all was okay, I mean, I guess I was meeting a lot of my milestones and everything. And then my anger hit. It's like it took a few years for it to happen, but after the breath holding spell stopped, the anger happened. And I've struggled and still struggle with my anger issues all my life, probably will all my life. Around the age, and it would get so bad, like with me, and my meltdowns and my anger and my tantrums. They would get so bad that my mom said it would look like I was trying to fight myself and my mom at the same time. I would bite myself, try and pull my hair out, try and pull my mom's hair out, try and bite her. My mom said, and I vaguely remember this, would have like bruises, bite marks, teeth marks. She looked like she was attacked, which she kind of was, But, I mean, and this, the whole thing with my anger, looking back on it now, I really do think that had I had a pediatrician that was in with the times and recognized signs, and everything, I could have been saved a lot of heartache and everything from being diagnosed earlier with autism. But to continue my story, around I backtrack for a few minutes. They thought the first glimpse of mental health in me, they thought I had bipolar originally. Because at the age of between 4 or 5 to 6, 7, 8 years old, my mom says, and this is at the point now, in my age where I was starting, I can semi-keep track of my memories. But anyway, I would, stay up all night and randomly, out of the blue, almost every night, around between, I'd say between 2 in the morning and 4 or 5 in the morning. So the time you're either supposed to be quieting down, already asleep, or if you can't sleep, doing something quiet so you don't wake other people up. Yeah, I was kind of either rearranging or cleaning my room, which in turn made noise and woke my parents up a lot of the time. But yeah, they thought I was manic, which is because they thought I was doing all this stuff because they thought I was manic, you know. But the anger continued and everything, and then the year came that changed my life forever. It didn't necessarily hit me at the time, but as I grew to understand what was going on, it really became, my life-changing event. One of my life-changing events. Around the third grade, third or fourth, I'd say. And by the way, third grade was horrible for me because, I was mainstreamed. I was having major difficulties with understanding things and focusing, and I just didn't get it and everything. And to add on to that, I was constantly getting strep throat that year, and I remember not wanting to go back to school after I was, got better from strep every time. Like every other week I'd be getting it. Because I'd have be out for a week or so, a few days a week. And, I'd have all that work I needed to get done. And the teacher I had at the time, I swear to this day, did not like me. Then again, looking back on it now, knowing what I now know, the fact that it was her last year before retirement, that is probably why she treated me the way she did. She would, where I would get back to school after being sick all week or for half a week or whatever, she would say, okay, you're back now. Get to work, and hand me this whole stack of work that I missed, and then say, oh, and it's due in the next few days or whatever. Not even give me the amount of time it took everyone else in class to do it. But say, oh, it's due, you have to have it done in a few days or whatever. And I would spend, I remember literally, and this was on top of my homework for the day originally too. So I remember spending nights constantly that year. I remember spending nights upon nights upon nights where my parents would stay up with me till 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, And I'd be trying to do my homework still after getting home, plowing right into it, and then only having a break or two, a break for dinner, and maybe a couple minute breaks whenever I got reloaded. But that was it. The whole time I was trying to do my work. Half the time it never all got done because I would just be overloaded and it would just get too late. And a lot of the time my mom or my dad would write a little note on the homework saying, look, Lindsay was, because that's my real name, by the way. Lindsay was up till 11 or 12 last night, doing this, and her brain was fried after that, and she couldn't finish it. And that was like the worst year ever one of the worst years of my schooling. Because it wasn't until halfway through the third grade that they decided, oh, you know what? She may need special ed. And then around near the end of third to the beginning of fourth, we found out I didn't have bipolar. I had autism, very, very high functioning autism, but autism nonetheless. And how we found out was I had one of my anger outbursts, and my mom was holding me in a type of restraint, so I wouldn't hurt myself or her. To where she was sitting cross-legged with her legs over mine, enough so that her weight, enough of her weight so that I couldn't move my legs. Had her arms folded around mine in like sort of a cradle hold or something. I forget what they actually call it, but and really the only thing I could actually move was my head. So and don't get me wrong, I'm not proud of any of this. I am not. I mean, if I could go back in time and change this, would I? No. Because everything that I've done, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, I believe made me the person I am today. However, that does not mean I'm proud of anything I've done. Like this, like this. But anyway, my mom had me in the restraint, and the only thing I could move freely was my head. So I went back with my head butted my mom, and at the time she had glasses that the metal framed glasses with the nose pieces were broken off because they were old glasses. And at the time, because the nose pieces were broken off, it just had the metal, So whenever I went like this and headbutted my mom back, her glasses, where her nose pieces were supposed to be, went up her forehead, and she ended up, I do believe, having either get stitches or something like that. I don't remember exactly, however, I do know that was the start of my hospitalizations mental health wise, because while we were at the hospital for my mom to get, her forehead checked out, they asked my mom how it happened. My mom was just like, she explained that what happened to them, and they were like, that I needed to be in somewhere where, what I mean, I can help, pretty much, temporarily, and I went to a place called Southwood. I was probably between the ages of 7 and 9. No, 7 and 8, I think. And that was my first mental health inpatient stay. And I guess the doctor, the psychiatrist at the Southwood had this double mirror or one-way mirror thing, and going in toward the playroom, the observation room, and my parents and the psychiatrist or whatever was observing me through the one-way mirror, and the psychiatrist said, she doesn't have autism, or she doesn't have bipolar. She has autism. Right there, he said it. The guy said it. And, I was 7 or 8, I think, at the time, whenever I was actually diagnosed with it. So it was I didn't really understand it at the time, because I was 7 or 8 mentally. I was between the ages of 2 to 5 mentally. I didn't get a lot of stuff back then. And, and then skip forward, a couple of years and a couple more hospitalizations and treatments and everything, to around the age of 12 or 13. And I was on my way to my first appointment with this one psychiatrist. I will never forget it, because honestly, I hated him from the get-go. I just didn't have a really good feeling about him. And I was right. And I just remember running at the end of the appointment, out of the room in tears. Bawling my eyes out. And I just remember remembering the night before I had put a journal and a pen in my bag. I always kept with me, especially when I was out, out in the car or whatever, going places. So I immediately got in the car and grabbed the journal and the pen and just started writing as I was crying. And that was the start of my love of poetry, my major love of writing in itself, and my need to write. That opened doors for me. That moment in time would open so many doors for me. And I actually have the psychiatrist to thank for that. Because had I not gotten to see him, and had he not made me very, very upset, I probably wouldn't have written that first poem in that journal. And I may not be writing today as a major coping skill. And then fast forward like maybe a year or two, I think, from me being 13 to I think I was 14. Turning 14. No, 14 or turning 15, I think. Yeah, I think I was turning 15. But anyway, I had went to this one school, called NHS. It was a private autism school. You could not get in unless you had some type of autism diagnosis. And that school, I actually have the shirt on me right now. This is from that school. But that school opened my eyes to so many things. I am and will forever be grateful to that school. I made so many friends. It opened my eyes to the world around me. And it showed me pretty much who I am. That I can be, pretty much whatever I want to be. And then, fast forward some more to 2 years ago, two to 2.5 years ago, I got put in a CR, which, in case not any of you don't know, a CR is pretty much a therapeutic foster home. It's like the basically foster system for people with disabilities and who just need the extra therapeutic end of it. I was there in two different ones with two different families. The first time, the first time, I was there for about a month or so, and the foster mother, after that month or so, me being there, one day randomly, I come home from school and told me to pack a bag because she had an emergency. And she had to take a kid in. We can only have two, so I was going to stay with another family for a little bit. She lied to me. She pretty much dropped me in with another family that I didn't know, that I didn't like at all from the get-go. And then that next night, my parents ended up pulling me from that family, from the family I was put into, because the one I was supposed to be in dropped me, pretty much. And then, about 6 months or so later, I got put into another family, and everything was good for about a month. Everything was actually awesome for the first month. I finally thought, maybe I could finally get some help, Boy, was I wrong. It turned out to be, I was there for 8 months. Almost 8 months. And it was the worst experience of my life. The foster mother, was very controlling, very, my way or the highway type person. And she told stories. She said I did things, told my parents and other people that I did things that were very, very untrue. She would spread rumors throughout the system about me, and would say to me, you know what, because at this point, I was telling them I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be with another family, And she pretty much told me flat out, nobody else will want you because of all the crap you do. And 90% of it was not true of what she told people. She took the facts and switched them around, so I would look horrible. And granted, I had my issues, that's why I was in there. But 90% of the time, it was her being pretty much a bitch and a jerk and controlling and everything else. And I would do my chores for like 2 hours. I would do my chores. I would do everything perfectly, and she would come out to check them. I always dreaded this when I was there because I knew if I didn't get everything spotless, I'd have to renew everything, because if I missed one spot, one corner that she found, I'd have to redo the whole thing, because that one spot wasn't done. And I finally just said, you know what? Screw it, because I'm not good enough anyway, obviously. To this day, I think I have an eating disorder now because of that house. I ate very little to none at the house. It started purely because of stress and anxiety and everything else. Then I literally could not eat. And the worst part about that was, at that house, you would not leave your seat at the table till you finished what you were given, whether you were full, sick, or not. And they gave you the amount. You didn't get to pick. Say, oh wait, can I have a little bit more, can I have a little bit less, You didn't get to do that at all. They gave you what they thought you should have. And if it was too much for you, you had to force it down your throat pretty much. And so I stopped eating at lunch at school. I stopped eating snacks because, I knew I'd have to deal with it at home, at the home. So I wasn't gonna, do it anywhere else. And around 7 or 8 months into my stay, I finally just, said, you know what? If people don't believe me over her, I'll make them believe me, but I need them to know my end of the story. And luckily they believed me over her once I told them, my parents, my counselor in the home, Once I told them what was really going on, they believed me, and my parents immediately pulled me out of that home as well. And about 2 years ago, it was shortly after I got out of the second CR placement, I started having urges to cut, and I started actually acting on them. And I really started hating my body and, all of that crap. In that period of time, from then to now, I have tried to OD like 3 or 4 times. Actually OD'd once or twice. Cut, I think 10 to 12, maybe 20 times. the cutting was never for suicide. It was never for attention. It was simply to get feeling whenever I was numb and get a release whenever I couldn't express myself right, the right way. And so I started having body image issues. I started going out for long runs and walks and not eating and, cutting more and having more urges and, whatever. And that lasted for a few years. And then, this time, last summer, I, got put in inpatient because for about a month I was in inpatient because of cutting and attempted suicide and just all of that. And everyone believed that I needed to be in an RTF, which is a residential treatment facility. For any of you guys who don't know what that is. So I got it accepted into the insurance, accepted my stay in the RTF. And I went from the hospital to home to grab my stuff. Stayed overnight at my house for a night, grabbed my stuff, and then we left in the morning, or I think it was either the morning or that next week. I forget exactly.